We're living in unprecedented times. New Hope is meant to be used in small groups of 4 to 6 people, maybe meeting in your living room or in someone's home. Yet we know that's not possible right now. People are at home, often alone or in their family groups, maybe feeling isolated or lonely. Maybe they've had past hurtful experiences and they're able to get by working and going to school and thinking of other things. But now, in isolation, they may be feeling the extra weight of those past emotional pains on them. That's what makes it even more important that we're walking alongside people. We know that's really difficult when we can't meet together. So we wanted to give you some creative ideas and creative ways that you can use some of the New Hope tools virtually.
We've all experienced stressful and very difficult times in our lives. It could be the death of a loved one, maybe the loss of a house, maybe that we've experienced violence or betrayal or war. There are really difficult things that happen to us, and often we experience emotional pain from that. We can have trouble sleeping, we could have nightmares, we can have trouble eating or being with other people. And so we want to show you today what it looks like to be on a journey towards a place of healing. It's a long journey. So we want to tell you a little bit about that. When something first happens to us that's really hard, we find ourselves in the village of anger and denial. It's like we've picked up this really heavy weight suddenly. So guys, if you want to pick up your heavy bag there. As you pick it up, often it's like this stressful event has just hit us suddenly, right? And when you think about the very first reactions you have when something horrible happens to you, what do you think about?
Try to forget, try to ignore.
Get angry?
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Get angry?
Yeah, so you pretend it didn't happen or you get angry. You may not even know why you're angry, right?
Yeah.
Who are you angry with?
Maybe just myself?
Yeah, yourself, maybe the people that it happened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever get angry at God?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What else? So you get angry, you pretend it didn't happen.
I think you can also numb yourself to it and just be like, I don't care. Just move on.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Or you don't feel anything, right? You
Yeah.
can't cry. This is a really hard place to be. And our bodies are made in such a way that often, in general, it takes us about a month of being in this place before we're able to move on to the next spot. Now, sometimes people get stuck in this village. Do you know anybody who's always angry or who refuses to talk about the issues that they faced in the past?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, or they don't show emotion at all, right? They pretend that nothing bad has ever happened to them. So that's what it looks like to be stuck in this village. So I'm sorry about that, Caleb, but your friends are going to leave you. They're going to move on. Elijah and Corbin, you guys get to move on. So it's been about a month. And you're kind of getting out of that anger and denial stage, and you're moving forward a little bit. But where's this next village? This next village we call the village of no hope. So when you hear that, no hope, what do you think of? What kinds of things are you doing in this village of no hope?
We could be in depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And when you're depressed, how do you act around other people?
You don't even want to be around them. You just want to be sad for yourself.
Isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Or maybe you try to forget everything that's happened, right? How might you try to forget some of those things?
Addiction, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or anything else.
The average amount of time that people can spend in this place is 6 to 15 months. I know that sounds like a long time, but this is normal. It's part of the process. Sometimes, when people are working through this time, they find that they become angry again for a few days or a couple of weeks. So Corbin, do you want to show us what that looks like? You have to go back now to the village. Maybe you're there for a couple days, a couple of weeks, and then slowly that anger goes away, and you go back to the village of no hope. So as I said, for about 6 to 15 months, you may find yourself in this place. But as you continue along this journey, you'll come to a point where you begin to be able to look ahead a little bit. Now, sometimes it's hard for people to do this, and they get stuck in this village of no hope. And I'm really sorry, Corbin, you've gotten stuck here. But Elijah, you're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now take that heavy bag with you and start walking towards the village of new beginnings. You still have the weight on you, but once you get to that village and you start to think ahead and you start to realize, oh, maybe there's something new I can do. Maybe I can start to live life again. You can put that bag down now. Now it's still there. You can still see it. But you've been able to put it down. You've been able to keep working. You've been able to move forward with your life. Sometimes you pick it back up again, though. And every once in a while, you may find yourself back in the village of no hope. But hopefully, you don't stay there quite as long. And after a few days or weeks, you're able to look ahead again, go back to the village of new beginnings, and put down that heavy load. Now, every once in a while, you may even find yourself angry again. So sorry about that, Elijah, but you've got to go all the way back to the village of denial and anger. But again, this may not last as long, and you may be able to, again, go back through the villages and go back to the village of new beginnings. As you can see, this isn't a straight path. There's a lot of going back and forth. We can't know for sure how long it would take somebody to go through this journey, but it is a journey that we must all take, that all of us go through as we work through our healing. So if the three of you guys want to come back to the village of anger and denial, okay, so you're standing here in the village of anger and denial. Something horrible has just happened to you. Where do you want to be?
In the village of new beginnings.
Yeah, I think most of us do, right?
Yeah.
But it's not a clear-cut path. As you guys saw, you go back and forth on this path all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to follow the path, though. You have to go through the village of no hope. Is it even possible to jump from the village of anger and denial to the village of new beginnings? Why don't one of you try that? Show us what happens when you try. It doesn't work so well, does it?
No.
It's not possible. You have to follow the path. Now, sometimes people try to give us a false bridge or a magic cream that we can put on our hurts that makes it suddenly better. Have you seen people who try to do that? When you're hurting, when you're going through a hard time, what are some of those magic creams that people try to give you that will make it all better suddenly?
They sometimes say pray, just pray more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe say it's not that big of a deal. Get over it.
okay.
Like, walk it off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. How do you feel when people do that?
Not very good.
Yeah.
Does it help?
No,
No, not at all.
no.
Yeah. Just go praise God more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are some things that you try to do to yourself so that you don't have to go through the village of no hope?
Just distract ourselves. I try to distract myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. kind of numb myself to it.
Yeah, a lot of us try to do that, right?
Mhm.
And that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't get there just magically. There's a path and a process to follow. Okay. Yeah, so we're talking months of healing that we have to go through. So as you look at that, and as you look at going on that path by yourself, how does that feel?
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, really lonely.
Yeah. Now what if, so Corbin, let's say that you're about to go on this journey.
Yeah.
What would it look like for you if you had a friend? So maybe Caleb comes along next to you, and he says, I'll walk this path with you. Now, he can't pick up the heavy load, but he can walk next to you as you follow the path. How do you feel now?
It feels a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. Feels
Yeah.
a little less challenging.
Okay. So, so there's Corbin, and then there's Caleb next to you, but then on the other side, so Elijah, you get to play God here, right? so let's say Corbin, that you've got your friend Caleb on one side of you,
Yeah.
and you have God on the other side of you. Again, they're not carrying the load necessarily, but maybe they're holding your arms, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're walking along next to you, and you walk this path together. Can you show us what that looks like? So how does that feel, Corbin?
Feels a lot better. Yeah.
At least you know you're not alone, right?
Yeah.
This is what community is all about. This is what community together, walking alongside each other with God, looks like.